Annie Get Your Gun takes us back 10 years to when my family moved to Los Angeles. Well, my family was just me and my husband at the time. I heard about the Jewish Women's Repertory Company. This was January. The auditions weren't until May, and I kept thinking, when is it going to come? When is it going to be here? Because I knew that joining the JWRC would be the most amazing thing for me, to meet new people and to do the things that I loved. And it has been for all these 10 years, and hopefully 10 years more, and many more, ad 120.
Playing Annie was such an honor, and it was so joyful, and we had the best time. The show is so funny, and we just really enjoyed all being around each other. But it was also really challenging. I was in every scene except for one, and I had 9 songs, and I remember bringing the list of the songs to my singing teacher, and we made a game plan. How are we going to attack this song? How are we going to attack that song? How are we going to work on the character and the accent? And I felt like I had a lot of responsibility. I felt like everybody was counting on me.
What can I say about playing Frank Butler? You know, playing him was a bit of a challenge for me because while he seems like a reasonably nice fella, he's also pretty misguided in the ways of the ladies. And he's also very clueless in his own nonsense. So I kind of had fun playing him because, you know, while again he kind of swaggers around quite a bit, he really is bewildered by this woman next to him who's completely overtaking him, and he's also in love with her, and so I think he's really confused. And it was very fun being able to sort of tease all of that out.
I was originally casted in a non-singing role, and then I ended up playing Winnie, who does have singing parts, and Margie and Ariel Ross really worked hard with me to help me sing her parts, and it felt so good to go on stage doing something that I didn't think I could do, and then it just felt great.
I was cast as ensemble and dance captain, which was super exciting because I didn't think that I could dance, and it was, I think, the first show I was dance captain for. And about 2 months into rehearsal, we found out that the person who was playing Charlie Davenport couldn't play it anymore, and then I was promoted to that role. And that meant that I then had to do ensemble, dance captain, and Charlie Davenport, which, don't get me wrong, was a blast. However, I had to change costumes in random places. I had costumes on top and under each other. It was a wreck, and it was so much fun.
Really loved my part, and I had the greatest costume. I was also a little bit concerned about the balance of trying to honor the part, because it was a fun part in a musical, and also like not being offensive and stereotypical. So it was a tough line, and I don't know how I did, but it was a great show.
My favorite thing was being in a show with my daughter, Rachel.
Yeah, super fun, especially all the rides to rehearsal.
Annie Get Your Gun was the first show that I got to be in with the JWRC. I had seen all of the other productions, but I just didn't figure out how to make it work to be in the show. And I got to start with Annie, and I got to meet so many wonderful people and act and sing and be back on stage. It was really, really very exciting and very special. Thank you.
It was very important to me that every show the JWRC performed would look different than the show that came before it. Year 1, we wore Japanese kimonos. Year 2 was medieval England. In our 3rd show, we were New York gamblers with suits and fedoras. Year 4, we were pirates. So it made perfect sense that in Year 5, we would do a Western. With the invaluable help of Rachel Ross, everyone looked fantastic in their cowboy hats and Western-themed clothing. But we did have to rent a few costumes from a professional costume shop, including Kalila's loud green suit and Amy's hat with the flying bird. Oh, I love that hat.